This is how I lost $816 today, day trading ES on March 26th, Thursday. Coming into the day, we're still in this big hourly candle from news. We're coming down. We're still bearish, higher time frame. Hourly, we're bearish. 4-hour kind of chop zone here, but hourly, we're still bearish. What do we have at the 9 o'clock open? This is the 9 o'clock candle close. My bad. My apologies. 9 o'clock candle close. The only thing we really have favoring longs right here is this SMT from here to here and from here up to this low. Now these are relatively equal lows, so I had that in mind. This is 574.25. This is 573.5. So less than a point away from invalidating this SMT. So this was going to work one of two ways, I saw. I could have seen us coming up, putting in an SMT, putting an SMT at this hourly session here on the retrace, from here to here, and from here down to here, or something like that. That would allow us to, I don't know what I just deleted, that would allow us to then proceed to fill in the rest of this gap. I have these hourly levels marked here. The rest of this gap we could have filled in as well, and could have absolutely dumped, and this thing could have dumped, taken out this daily low here. I mean, if price was going to flood through this hourly gap here, it could have dumped. I could have seen this dumping for quite a bit. But what we ended up having at open, let me drop down to the 15-minute, is, let me drop down here. Let me go ahead and go down to the 5 actually. You can see price did end up actually selling off. But what we have, this is our 940 candle on the 5-minute. This is our 940 candle here. So what we have is a SMT hourly at a daily level down to here, and then a 5-minute SMT here as well. And what do we get out of that? We get an immediate break of structure on the 5-minute on the very next candle on ES. Not on NQ, but we do end up just blowing past this. We do end up invalidating this fair value gap. Anyway, this is a 945. This is the 945 candle close. So what the 1-minute looks like is once we put in this SMT, we immediately get up candle. Could have gambled on this SMT, but this is at 943. Could have gambled on this, but this very well could have been in a manipulation period as well. But this risk to reward would have been insane, but a little too early for my liking. 943, still in a manipulation period. For me, even though we have dual SMTs, don't want to take that early into market open. If it gave me a few more minutes, I would have been more willing. Or if it would have, came up, broke the structure, retraced into this gap, and then get a reaction out of it, that would have been perfect for me. But immediate upsticks to take out this hourly level, not on NQ, but on ES. So what we have is now at SMT here up to here, from here down to here. But immediately on the next candle, gets invalidated without even a retrace on the 5-minute. So we can get rid of this level on both indexes. Now, price is done very much confirmed that it wants to go long. Despite this being what I suppose would have been my first take profit, this is in the first 15 minutes open. If we get a retrace, which is 5-minute gap, or something of the sort, even this here into this gap, and we can get a little bit of confirmation to the upside, Then I would have, as a continuation trend, to take out London session high, with London session, this 5-minute high being this close to London session high. I told myself, with this being this hot, this close to London session high, which is a very strong draw on liquidity, we have two SMTs favoring us. If we get a 5-minute retrace and a continuation play out of it, I'll take longs. And what do we get? We get just that, but in a insane way. As soon as the candle we did down in this 5-minute fair value gap, within 10 seconds, we're right back up to this 5-minute high. Crazy price action right here, very volatile. And at this point, I was very, very prepared for ES on this on the next two candles go up and take out London session high. And then that would have been the trading day for me. But we have this 1-minute gap. I said, if we can get a 1-minute continuation trade out of this, I'll take this scalp trade. I'll take the scalp trade on ES up to London session highs. 2 5-minute, relatively equal, very close, not relatively equal, but close to London session high. And that's exactly what we did. We came down into this 1-minute gap, got a good strong push out of it. I ended up taking something like this. And then we got a strong reaction out of it. I was ready for it to go take London session highs. We get to 21.25. This is 22.75, so a little over a point away. We get a retrace again. And then once we invalidate this gap and break 1-minute structure, invalidate this 1-minute gap, break 1-minute structure back to the upside, I enter in a little bit more size, move stops up, right? So this stop's moved up. I'm going to delete this for sake of simplicity. A little bit more size on this 1-minute break of structure back to the upside. I was ready for it to go after this candle. After this candle formed here, I was ready for it to go take London session within like 2 candles. Thought this was automatic, but no, we get to 22.75. We get 3 ticks away. Start retracing. Break again to the upside. And then I thought, okay, well now it's absolutely going to do it. We've been sitting here. We've been teasing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes worth of 5-minute highs that are right here at this level. Get a retrace. We're chopping around. At this point, I am just absolutely prepared to get stopped out. We break. We ended up coming down. I was thinking to myself, there's no way that we put this equal of these close of these 5-minute highs and just don't take London session. But what we do, come at this. This is insane volume, and this is the craziest thing I've ever seen to this day in a trade. We come up on this massive, we get massive volume for no reason. Come up, put in equal highs, 22, 22, still 3 ticks away. Again, look at this on the 5-minute. We're testing 9-minute EMAs, 20-minute EMAs. Come up, put in equal highs, and then just immediately knife. And that was the trading day. ES did not want to take those London session highs. And it would have been one thing if on this massive volume candle, NQ came up and took out this 5-minute high or London session highs. But look at NQ. It didn't do anything. And if anything, it even gave SMT. It didn't even take out half these 5-minute highs. ES came up, put in equal 5-minute highs on a massive volume, on a massive order that somebody put in, and then said, no, we're going short. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know what I've got my charts flipped around. That's why. And then ended up going short, came down, took out our market low of the day. And then price proceeded to absolutely tank, which could have happened at market open had it not show us that I wanted to take London session highs. But it proceeded to tank the rest of the day, and I'm assuming this is probably a news tweet. I have not seen this. This is, yeah, that's definitely a news candle. Let's see what price is doing here. Yeah, that's definitely a news candle. And then we continue to sell off into Asia session tonight. So, very interesting day. Lost $812. Surprised I did not end up losing more. With this is how many highs we kept putting in. I was thinking about sizing up, but I knew that we very well could have retraced. After seeing what we have right here, I thought it was becoming more and more possible that we were going to take out this low, this low, this low, sweep out all of this, all this liquidity, and then go rip to the upside. Come down like this, sweep all this out, and then just nuke back to the upside to take it. Use all this as orders, as liquidity to internally to take us back to the upside to get our objective for the day. But nope, that's not what price did. It absolutely sold off. And now that I'm looking at it, let me pull over here the daily chart that I have. This is the daily chart. This is ES. And let me go to the weekly. For a while, I believe TJR's, I think I've been watching him. He's been saying this as well. This looks like a phenomenal price for place, if I can speak English, for price to retrace into this gap. This is a area of previous all-time highs. There's a big fair value gap here on the weekly. It would be ideal, I think, healthy retrace for price to come in here and then just absolutely nuke out of it. That would be a healthy retrace. That's where I would dollar cost average all of my shares. I would add to my long-term positions down here into this gap. I have been sprinkling some in within the past couple days, but if we get down into this gap, I'm full porting longs. And just because I'm saying that, it's probably going to nuke all the way down here and for no reason. But not a bad trade today either. I would take again. I liked the opportunity with how close and almost how equal these highs got. These highs were to London session. Did end up chopping a little bit, but I thought with just how close that and how many 5-minute highs we ended up putting in right at London session that it was primed to happen. Happens all the time, and it just didn't want to happen today. We take trades based off repeatability, but this was today's trade. Would take again, not a bad one, but it was today's trade recap, and thank you.